Water, water everywhere. Not a drop to drink. Namaste children. This is Jyoti Devgan from Social Science Department and I am going to take you to the world of water, the chapter number 5 of Geography. When we talk about water, the images come to your mind must be a running tap, maybe the children playing with boats, right? Now, in the rainy season, when the water gets collected in small puddles, the children play and by the evening that water disappears. Where does that water go? Well, talking about this cycle, we are going to take you to the world of water cycle. What happens in water cycle? What happens exactly is that the surface water present on the surface of the earth, it all evaporates into the atmosphere, gets mixed with the dust particles, clouds are formed. So two processes, that is the evaporation and condensation, takes place. The same water comes down on the surface of the earth.
Now I want you to see the map of the world with the major seas, lakes and rivers. Look at South America, River Amazon. North America, River Mississippi. Africa, we have the Congo River, River Niger. Then coming over to Asia, we have River Brahmaputra. You see the Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal. Then coming over to Australia, the Darling River. Right?
Now, have you ever heard of the term called terrarium? What is terrarium exactly? It is an artificial enclosure we generally use in our homes to keep the plants, right? We all, human beings, animals, plants, we all are on the earth's surface in the same terrarium. Now, after terrarium, we talk about the distribution of water bodies on the surface of the earth. We have oceans with saline water 97.3% and rest all comes under the freshwater category. First of all, the ice caps, that is 2%. Then the groundwater 0.68%. The freshwater lakes 0.009%. Inland seas 0.009%. Atmosphere, the water present there 0.0019% and the river water 0.0001%. Now talking about the circulation of water, we come over to the ocean circulation, that is the water present in the ocean. Basically, it is of three kinds: the waves, the tides and the ocean currents. Now talking about the ocean water that rises and falls alternatively, it comes under the category of waves. These are waves. Now, when we talk about the high and low waves, immediately 2004 comes to our mind. Yes, I am talking about the huge tidal waves that caused a lot of destruction, that is called tsunami.
Tsunami, the Earth's pandemonium. Tsunami or the harbor wave struck havoc in the Indian Ocean on December 26, 2004. The wave was the result of the earthquake that had its epicenter close to the western boundary of Sumatra. The magnitude of the earthquake was 9 on the Richter scale. As the Indian plate went under the Burma plate, there was a sudden movement of the sea floor, causing the earthquake. The ocean floor was displaced by about 10 to 20 meters and tilted in a downwardly direction. A huge mass of ocean water flowed to fill the gap that was being created by this displacement. This marked the withdrawal of the water mass from the coastlines of the land masses in the South and Southeast Asia. After thrusting of the Indian plate below the Burma plate, the water mass rushed back towards the coastline. Tsunami traveled at a speed of about 800 kilometers per hour, comparable to the speed of commercial aircraft, and completely washed away some of the islands in the Indian Ocean. The Indira Point in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, that marked the southernmost point of India, got completely submerged. As the wave moved from earthquake epicenter from Sumatra towards the Andaman Islands and Sri Lanka, the wave length decreased with decreasing depth of water. The travel speed also declined from 700 to 900 kilometers per hour to less than 70 kilometers per hour. In India, the worst affected were the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Puducherry, and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands.
Now, talking about the word tides. What are tides? They are the rhythmic rise and fall of the ocean water. Talking about the tides, there are two kinds of tides, the neap tide and the spring tide.
When the sun, moon and the earth come in a line, as on a new moon or a full moon night, the tides are higher. These tides are called spring tides. When the sun and the moon make a right angle with the earth, as on a half-moon night, the force of attraction gets balanced and the tides are not so high. These are called neap tides.
The ocean currents may be warm or cold. Generally, the warm ocean currents originate near the equator and move towards the poles. The cold currents carry water from polar or higher latitudes to tropical or lower latitudes. Now look at the map. The Labrador Ocean current is cold current, while the Gulf Stream is a warm current. The ocean current influence the temperature conditions of the area. Warm ocean currents bring about warm temperature over the land surface. The areas where the warm and cold currents meet, they provide the best fishing grounds of the world. Seas around Japan and the eastern coast of North America are such examples. The areas where a warm and cold current meet also experience foggy weather, making it difficult for navigation. Bye bye, everybody. See you in the next video.